Carlsbad is also very foggy right now. This kind of setup does lead to the possibility, like we're seeing right now, very patchy but dense fog in some areas along the immediate beaches. So could be an issue over the next couple of days. Along the coast, not much relief in the overnight hours. We're going to be staying pretty much in the 60s all night, even into early tomorrow morning. Inland neighborhoods, by 9, we are still in the 70s, spending most of the night in the 60s, only cooling maybe to the upper 50s by the morning hours. So the nights are the days are going to be record hot, but it's also possible to set several record high minimum temperatures. So those morning sunrise temperatures also record warm this week. So a lot of heat. So it's going to be hard for our bodies to cool off with these really hot days and really warm nights. In fact, I'm forecasting a lot of records tomorrow, including Campo, Chula Vista, La Mesa, El Cajon, Poway. Escondido at 98 would be an all-time record warm March temperature. Oceanside and Carlsbad, record highs. 99 in Borrego Springs would be a record. 78 in Palomar would be a record. Ramona and Alpine also setting record highs. Meanwhile, Santee at 96 degrees in the afternoon. Vista and San Marcos also right around 90. Some of the areas along the beaches will be a little bit cooler. 70s for Mission Beach, Imperial Beach, and in Del Mar, but most beaches are even going to be in the 80s. And then you had just a few miles inland, we're in the 90s, and that's why a heat advisory is in effect for the coast of the valleys already, and it lasts through Friday night. The heat is going to be getting worse for the second half of the week in the mountains and deserts. So the mountains, your heat advisory begins on Wednesday, also lasts through Friday. We're looking at areas like Campo in the 90s and then 80s for areas like Palomar and Mount Laguna and in Julian. And morning lows also remaining quite warm, even in the mountains. And meanwhile, a level above a heat advisory is that extreme heat warning. And it doesn't also begin. It begins on Wednesday as well because the heat is going to be getting worse in the deserts, even though it's already been very hot. This lasts all the way through Saturday. Borrego Springs may set record highs all the way through Sunday. Temperatures are going to be soaring into the 100s with morning lows in the 60s and even 70s. So really even warm in the overnight hours in the deserts especially. So there's our high pressure heat dome that is typically something that we see during the summer, keeping the storm track and the cold air to the north and to the east of us. All right, so you've heard me talk about these all-time record hot March temperatures. Escondido and Ramona, you may do it tomorrow. El Cajon's going to be really close. Meanwhile, Campo, Palomar Mountain, and Borrego Springs, you may set daily record high temperatures as early as Wednesday. You may break them on Thursday, and you may break them again on Friday as the heat continues to get worse. So suggestions: wear lightweight, light-colored, loose-fitting clothing, drink plenty of water, as you know, avoid alcohol and caffeine, and have adequate water and shade for your pets. Bring them indoors if possible, and never leave kids or pets or anybody in a vehicle. It can turn deadly within minutes. All right, we're mostly in the 80s along our coast through Friday.